Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Race for Eeloo. So this time, we're going to try and get into a flyby of the Mun. Last time we were able to successfully get into an orbit after a couple tries with the Hermes 3 rocket, but since we are now dealing with moon operations, now that we're dealing with the Mun, we have to have a new program name, since we're dealing with an entirely different thing now rather than getting into an orbit. Now we're trying to explore another world. And considering that the moon is something that we consider as, characteristic of night, even though of course we see it in the day as well, but it's generally considered a characteristic of night. This rocket is called the Artemis 1. So we're just gonna take off here, and what I've done is, okay, we've already got some really bad leaning. Okay, why this? Why this? No. Just hold on until the things are done. Just hold on. Don't tip. Please. 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 Oh god. We're off to a wonderful start with this rocket. I cannot wait until we have... Okay. Okay. No. Come on. Come on now. No. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Why? Oh. No. I was so excited. I thought this one was going to be so good, and then it just wasn't. No, stop. We're gonna, I mean, that's not gonna help. Nah. Oh, good. I can't even keep control of this one. I don't understand why I have so little control over these things. But, oh well, whatever. I guess we're going up now. But we're not going to get anywhere close to the moon. Not even close, baby. It is kind of pretty at night, actually. You can see the plane of the galaxy overhead. Oh, there's the Mun. Hey, we're almost there. There's our target, guys. Right? Oh, God. Well, we gave it the good old college try, but I don't think we're gonna make it to the Mun on this launch. I mean, we might make it suborbital, I suppose, but don't know that that's really going to mean much considering what happened in the last two episodes. Now, the only thing that I was actually able to research after finishing the last episode was, were these fuel tanks, these bigger fuel tanks, and this tiny engine here, the Terrier. Now, I was thinking with this, it would be an excellent upper stage to get to the Mun, considering it's small, it has a good amount of specific impulse, and it, it's really nice for cruising around without having to land or anything like that. But it's just not gonna pan out that way, unless by some fluke, this thing generates enough speed to get up there, which, given the current relation from Kerbin to the Mun, is not gonna happen. We're not even at 150,000 meter periaps, and we have to get up to 11.4 million. So I don't think we're getting there this time, but we will try again next time. Let's see. I mean, we are gonna get higher than we've ever been before, I suppose. So there's a win. There's an altitude record to be made there. Let's see. Just go until we run out of fuel. Since we're not making an orbit, we'll just come back anyway. Let's see. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, now we're out of fuel. Jettison the engine and 302,000 meters. Okay, so that is an altitude record. Cool, cool, cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump here to the next launch because nothing happened with this one that was overly notable. And I mean, we want to see the moon. We want to get to the moon. So we're gonna go ahead and just go ahead to the next launch. Well, guys, I have to report something very sad. After I cut the video to go ahead and go make this rocket, I still had to land. Excuse me. I still had to land Jebediah on the planet, but the reentry effects were actually really strong, and I'm thinking that me time accelerating inside the atmosphere made his pod a little unstable. So Jebediah, unfortunately, is gone already. I'm not exactly happy about this, but we're gonna take a slightly different approach this time. So I've actually done more or less the same thing that I did with the Artemis 1, except that everything is a lot closer together now and everything's clustered a lot more. Rather than having decouplers in the middle of everything. Sorry. Rather than having decouplers in the middle of everything, I made all the rockets on one stage, on each respective stage, the same size, so that there's no point in trying to decouple them because they're all going to run out of fuel at the same time. But I don't know if that'll really help, but it was the best thing I could think of to do, and I know that we're going to need at least this much thrust to even get close to the Mun. But what we're also going to do is we're going to be a little bit ambitious this time. We're going to. So this is a probe core, right? We don't have any Kerbals this time, but we're going to try and land this on the Mun, and that's the reason why it's got so many science instruments on it, just because it's not coming back. But here we go. I hope this works better than the last time. The first flag that we put on the moon will say "in loving memory of Jebediah Kerbal." He served this program well for 5 missions. It was 6 or 5, because he did the Micro Mark 1, and he did the entire Hermes program, and then he did the Artemis 1. So he did 5. He did 5. Okay, so I'm gonna let this. Oh, okay, so we're still gonna do this then. Why does it do this? Okay, I have control now. I'm just gonna try and pull it back into. Oh, this is gonna be a north-south orbit, isn't it? Okay. Sure, whatever. It might still get us to the Mun, it might not. At this point, it'll all depend on timing. Okay, so now that we're suborbital, we're going to try and get ourselves in orbit using this stage up here. Go ahead and set the Mun as the target. And we're just gonna do. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do a landing now that we've used so much fuel. It's possible, I suppose. goes. We'll see. We'll have to see. Okay. About to hit our apoapse, so we're going to be able to start to make our orbit now. Now, I don't actually have any... Well, do I have any reaction wheel? No, I don't have any reaction wheels on this thing, so I have to control it with thrust. Unfortunately. And there goes that middle stage. And, oh, okay. Put ourselves back towards apoapse real quick. It's very dark without the sun being right there. It looks like, I'm pretty sure it's right just on the other side of this horizon here. Okay, we're looking good. We're almost into an orbit now. Not gonna be too much longer and not gonna cost too much more fuel. Good, good, good. Double plus good. But I'm thinking a flyby might be the only thing that we can do. Unfortunately, I don't really think we're gonna be able to land since we don't have enough fuel. The only way we'd be able to do a landing is if we were to essentially put us into a trajectory that would land us directly onto the planet without, or not the planet, the Mun, without even considering like just getting close to it before we started decelerating. No, we would have to literally point ourselves in such a way that we would land on it. So we're gonna play with maneuver nodes here for a second, see if we can get this to work. Essentially, this is all going to come down to timing, because since we're in a non-equatorial orbit, we can't exactly just align ourselves with the plane of the Mun. And oh boy, let's see. You know, if we push ourselves out here, oh, is that a... No, it's not. Okay, we'll have to try that. Just gonna boost a tiny bit just so we can get ourselves oriented the right way. Okay. Now we fast forward to the maneuver node. Stop. Stop. Okay, overshot it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Ooh. 750 meters per second delta V is what we have to get just to even get to that point. Just to even get to this orbit. Man. I think we're gonna have to have some pretty serious luck on our side if we want to get to landing on the moon. It might take a couple revolutions, but if we get ourselves out to this orbit here, might not be so. Oh, no. All right, there goes all the fuel in that stage. Now we're cutting into the fuel that we would need to be using for landing, so I don't really think this is gonna work, but I suppose it could, in theory. It's a theory. It's not probable. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward to the other maneuver node. That's what I hate about not having reaction wheels on this thing. Means that I can't really control it. Okay, so we're just gonna fast forward just a tiny bit more so we can get up to this new maneuver node and stop. Okay, now all we're doing is we're boosting into an equatorial orbit of Kerbal. Looks like we're gonna need to raise our periaps because it's currently inside Kerbal, and that's not ideal. Come on. Okay. Now, we're just gonna see where... Okay. Okay, so we now have an encounter with the Mun, and we're out of electric charge. So our rocket is our thing here is dead in the water. This is why I hate not having solar panels. So this thing just gets to orbit forever now, since we can't pull it down and we can't move it. This episode has been just a catalog of errors, just a series of failures, one after the other. First we lost Jebediah, and now our probe is stuck in orbit and we can't get it to the Mun. Although it will technically have an intersect here, it's just not gonna do anything. Okay. I'm going to go wallow in shame for a little while, because this is just gonna be ugly. But mistakes have to happen. I suppose it is a space program. Not everything goes perfectly. So, I think next video we'll try and get a little more success. I'll plan it out a little more carefully. So, until next time, thanks guys. Alright everybody, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, but I think we can all agree that that was a great catastrophe that befell Jebediah in that episode, as well as the disappointment at the loss of our probe. That just did not go very well. But next week I'll have a little more planning done, and hopefully things go a little better. But yes, enjoy my series of fails. Also, hello Snowshoe. Make sure to stay tuned this Friday for another part for Civilization 5, and make sure to go check out the League of Legends video that I posted on Monday. Thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a good day.